Ladies and gentlemen, whoever's here this early, right after the announce just came out, we are back with Springtime Mania Free for All Tournament 3. We're jumping right into things with Traps Are Cute or Amasite versus Mick. And looks like they're just heading into their warm up. Got Team AA Pulse. I believe this is Traps' pick.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it is, to be fair.
Given the username. Anyways, it's been a long time, Juan. How have you
Hey,
been?
it really was. It's good to have you back, at least for a couple of matches. It has been great for me. I mean, a bit of a busy weekend since I took charge of the World Cups, but I mean, surviving. The World Cup is about to finish, so have more time to focus on soft now.
Yeah, life's been pretty busy, but as we all know, it soft is still running. It's going pretty strong.
It actually ended up being quite interesting. I'm a bit surprised by the amount of close matches we had on this group stage. Like, we see many tiebreakers already. Out of like 32 matches we had so far, we had already, I think, 7 tiebreakers.
Seven tiebreakers in group stages alone? Jeez.
Yeah, there were a lot of really cool and really crazy groups as well. Like, Group B was very funny. At one point, Poe Gadget was on the edge of elimination against Pipper.
Oh, that group.
That group was very
really
stacked.
nasty.
Yeah. But in general, there being a very good amount of good matches here.
So in this one in particular, Mick has a chance of not being eliminated, but he needs to dominate. Traps Are Cute right now.
It's gonna be quite a challenge. Yeah, this group has been a bit of a crazy one as well, because if I recall correctly, Mitros has played a tiebreaker versus Traps Are Cute, which is currently holding the #1 spot of this group. So right now the fight is for the second place, and it's between Mick and Traps Are Cute, because the other player, Crazy SC Solar, managed to take the victory against Mick, but couldn't make the same thing against Traps. And his win-loss ratio, it's not going to be better than any of these two players, regardless of the result. So it's either a 4-0 or 4-1 victory for Mick, and he passes, or it's just any other result for Traps. It will make him get out of group stage.
So this is basically Mick fighting for his tournament life in this match.
Essentially, yeah. Mick has shown very good performances on the playoffs. I think he was the player who won a map by 1 normal 300 on the playoffs, if I recall correctly.
Ooh, jeez.
They had like 1 200 each player and 1 300 of difference. Like, they had the same 200 count and 1 to 300 of difference. It was like 50 points of difference, something like that.
This is a long song.
It is pretty long as the long nose here. There were some very nasty patterns there. Those
Some
rolls.
fun
Definitely. I don't approve that background though. I don't like it. No. Hey, that's it for the first warm-up. Okay, it was Cyan Star. It was not Mick. But Mick got a pretty good win on his playoff, if I recall correctly anyway. Here we are with the second and last warm-up of this game. It's gonna be Captivate Chikai.
Custom drive.
Oh no.
Some DJ Yoshitaka.
I don't think I ever hear this song, although I have heard
It sounds like Flower.
Well, most of Beatmania songs sound like Flower, to be fair.
Well, I mean, DJ Yoshitaka sounds like Flower.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
probably
not
more
a
accurate.
thing. Wait, no, this is worse than Flower. Oh my god.
I can already see the jump trills. of the jump trillable patterns. I think on the other room, though, we have another match running on parallel, by the way, which is Asuber versus Tails DK. That's also a pretty important match for those two players. I think that Asuber, previously known as Bumpyho, for those who doesn't know, is currently holding the first place of his group. I think he played all his matches besides this one. I'm gonna recheck that really fast. Okay, so yeah, he has 2 wins so far against both Maplesurp and Architev. So he's now facing Tails DK, and Tails DK already has a victory as well. So if he can get a decent result against Architev, he will be able to get the 2nd place. But for now, he's fighting with Asuber to see who gets the first spot. So it's probably gonna be an interesting match as well on parallel.
We'll keep an eye on that and relay information as things come through. Meanwhile, in this warm-up, I'm surprised by Mick's accuracy. That's pretty tight compared to Traps's.
That's one of the things we noticed with him playing on the playoffs. His accuracy was actually very solid. He knocked out a pretty solid player. I don't remember who was it. Someone in chat probably does, so if they know, they'll probably remind us.
Rip SVs.
I think it was Snaggles? I think Mick was
Snaggles.
the one that took down Snaggles.
That's quite a knockout. Oh, the Dark Dragon?
Oh, it was the Dark Dragon. Okay, who was the one that took down? Okay, it was Moscas, the one who took... Yeah, it was Moscas, the one who took Snaggles down. Okay, so Mick took down the Dark Dragon, which is a very strong long-no player on the Polish community again. Oh my god, this is custom drive, literally.
Oop. And how have both of these players fared on the map pool though? Like I don't have any prior knowledge about these players and how they've actually like gone through and performed on the map pool. So maybe you can offer some better like enlightenment on what these players
Whoa.
prefer.
Tails DK is beating Bumpyho 2-1.
Ooh.
What?
Also, Mick wins the rule, so Traps bans first.
How is Tails? Wow, that guy's a legend.
Yo, people are getting good.
Player from Denmark who took down Kamikaze on the group stage on the playoff. Now on group against Bumpyho and taking 2 points, leading it. That's pretty cool.
Waiting on his first ban. Wonder if it's going to be one of the SV maps. Have the SV seen many bans this week, or has there been any gravitation towards like certain songs for bans? Alright, he takes out Shannon's theorem, the High 19 stream map.
So Shannon's theorem being the ban, I think it makes sense really, considering that Mick accuracy is pretty solid overall. So Trapsecute is gonna go and play the long no game, while Mick is gonna ban one of the long no maps.
So what, maybe the Vospy song?
I think the first pick actually will be the SV map, really, like the Sakura Burst one. But I mean, Trapsecute got a pretty decent score at that, so it could go anywhere if Mick decides to go for that.
Well, we'll see in about some amount of seconds. He goes with Night Jam, actually. Going with one of the long note focus maps?
Well, it's sort of a mixed pick, I'll say. It definitely has its long no focus at parts, but in general, I would rather categorize this as a technical mixed pick.
Well, Traps Arcade is saying ship right now, so maybe it was a good pick. maybe actually going with they're not that strong at this game, so I'm gonna pick this kind of strategy.
Well, I feel this isn't a bad pick. I think Mick had just better straight out accuracy oriented choices, but maybe he was analyzing Trap's results against the other players and he feels confident that he can take down his scores that showed up. But with an early 200, that's not gonna help.
Scores are still flickering, but it looks like it's still in favor of Traps right now.
I think there was another 200 there, a bit of an early rush on the long no pattern there. Scores are relatively close though. I mean, there isn't that much of an accuracy gap between these two, really. I think ratio-wise they will be pretty close to each other.
Percentage-wise, Traps Are Cute, I think, is definitely actually pulling ahead. If Mick can't tighten up his accuracy a little bit more.
Well, he is getting a bit of a higher accuracy as time progresses, but the map is sort of short, so he doesn't have much time. He needs some 200s from Traps. He's not choking on any of this sort of mini jacks. He's gonna take it.
That's really, really bad for Mick because that's his leeway right there. He has to take every single other match if he really wants to make it through.
Yeah, it's a very hard spot.
Yeah, there's no wiggle room anymore. And Traps Are Cute is going to go with Serotonin, the Sakura Burst map. Mick says rip.
This is the one map who was never picked while I was commentating.
Well, there you go. You're welcome on.
Yay!
Also, spoilers, I've never seen this map, so I don't know.
You're gonna have some fun, I'm pretty sure.
It sounds great.
This is actually a pretty interesting map overall. Like,
the background sucks, okay? Let me just say that. It sucks. Holy crap.
this is like, is it like 1 point something stars, I think? I don't think we will have an SV map that is harder than 2 stars until like quarterfinals. But here we go. Pretty neat long releases on these rhythms. You see the scores are actually pretty close to each other. A couple of more 200s in Mick's side.
Yeah, Mick is dropping under that 97 mark right now. Almost like, or Traps climbing back up above that 99.
But Wallplay has still full comboing, and its song has very few amount of notes, so with a miss from Traps, this probably will be on range of recover, but this is a very big difference.
Yeah, that's like 28k right there. That's really hefty, especially in this scoring.
This could be the game over for Mick.
Well, we'll see. We still have half a song to go. And with SV maps, there's always room to potato.
Oh man, I like potato. Don't really see Traps messing this up though. He has full combo the map before against Mitros, I think it was.
And it is his pick, so I'm assuming that he's comfortable enough with this song. I see those ghost taps all over the place as well.
He's holding a pretty strong accuracy here. Is it a B1 double S actually? I think it's 1-200. Oh no, well, now it's 3. But he's still, regardless, going to take this point. Pretty big gap in his favor.
And that's pretty much the end of the line for Mick, right?
Yeah, that's game over for the Polish player now. Oh, that's
Yes.
7. Bit of an unfortunate thing here by Mick. But I mean, he made it this far, and he actually took points out of all of his opponents, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if he can actually take some points out of Traps here. Perhaps he can, like, at this point, Traps needs to win every single map he can, though. Like,
Yeah.
loses as less maps as possible, because the way the seeding works now on groups is that it depends on your win-loss ratio. So you really have to drop as less maps as you possibly can.
Yep. Looks like on the other match that's going on, it is 3-2 in favor of Azuber right now.
Yeah, the player from Denmark, I think he is, Tails, managed to take 2 points, which is impressive on its own, but he's just running a little bit out of picks here.
Yeah, I believe Bump will take it, actually. With this, it's looking like his win, because Tails did actually miss a note in the middle of his run of Night Jam. Regardless, we're going to get into Reverence.
A reverence for Mick. Oh, and it seems like the match here is over. Bumpy Ho takes the win after all, 4-2 on his favor, but those 2 maps are gonna mean a lot for Tails on his fight to survival. You can see here more of an accuracy choice, more than Night Jam, which was selected as the first choice by Mick. Accuracies are actually very, very similar here. Ratio of our traps accuracy is slightly better, but that gap will get closer and closer because Mick is hitting pretty centered accuracy here.
Yeah, I think as soon as the longness come in, Traps definitely has the upper hand on those. However, Mick, when he just gets into the straight stream sections, like his accuracy tightens up so much in comparison to Traps.
Seems like Mick is still on the lead here, though. As long as he doesn't drop any 200s, he has a very short lead.
Commentator's curse.
Oh no. Oh, he dropped a lot of ratio there on that transition, so now scores are pretty much tied up.
Yeah, that accuracy point looking very similar. Oh, they're actually tied in terms of just percentage of accuracy.
Yep, they're literally neck and neck.
Ooh, that early normal 300 rush from Mick on that left-hand trill.
He's dropping quite a bit of it. Oh, he also rushed that one. But Traps as well got a little bit of a difficult time there, and scores are just very, very close.
Traps still does have the advantage here. Ever so slightly. He's really tightened up his ratio. We'd need probably a 200 from Traps at this. Oh, there's a miss from Mick. I think that's probably gonna seal it.
Yeah, that's probably just game over for this map. That is. It's no good news for the Polish player here. He's now 3-0 down. Just, I mean,
those ratios are so similar. Mick with the 1337 Rainbow 300.
nice. Nice count there. Actually, 10,000 points of difference. That miss counted for so much. And we're gonna see Ghost down here. Traps is looking to seal it.
Yep. Just straight up long notes. This would be really good for Traps Arcade, just taking it completely 4-0, not losing any matches to this.
It will definitely help out his matchup, because with this result, he's already securing the second place. And if he wins the match, he will be in a pretty not comfortable spot, but relatively fine. There are gonna be better second places than him, but he's probably gonna make it to like top 6, and that will probably get him a decent matchup. Like with this result, he's basically just like avoiding players like CTEX, Intelizer, probably Tove, Lotus.
Just trying to establish that seed as best as possible now.
Yeah, he could actually get Pipper with this result. That would be fun. You can see here if Mick can hold on to this long notes, but it's looking challenging for him. Traps Acute is very consistent at this kind of
already
things.
a miss. So many 200s being dropped, every single one of those long note release patterns.
Yeah, Mick is just not keeping up with it at all. He's having so many difficulties with those releases. His accuracy is just way behind the Traps.
Yeah, it's starting to grow to about like a 15,000 point difference, and that's quite a gap.
Traps is, after all, going to secure this point, it seems, and with that, he will secure his spot as the second placed player of this group, with Mitras leading it, the Mexican player, actually surprising a lot of people getting the top seed this year. Sort of out of nowhere, not many people outside the South American, and I mean, Mexico is not from South America, but the Spanish-speaking community knew much about Mitras. But he did very, very well. But with that being said, the map is close to finishing, and I believe Traps Acute is still full comboing this.
Yep, that is still a full combo. He's holding on to about the same accuracy that I kind of established at the very beginning. At 99 around 0.6-ish.
It's a very hard to get good accuracy in general. Not only not dropping 200s eventually, but oh, that was 100. But just in general, normal 300s are going to be a normal thing, really, on maps like this. It's very hard to keep up the ratio.
Especially with all those releases. And that will be it. Traps Are Cute takes it 4-0 over Mick.
Yeah, only 5 200s, 100. That's a pretty solid score by Traps. But that's going to be the end of the road for Mick. Another Polish player now getting knocked out of the tournament.
A good effort put forth by him. But it wasn't enough to take down any matches from Traps today.
Unfortunately, it was not good enough, as you said. Yeah, we're gonna see now for the next block. I mean, we're probably gonna just cut the stream for like half an hour, because this match has ended a little bit earlier than expected. But fear not, because we still have more matches to take place just after this. In half an hour, we will have one more match between Tedek and Camo Poltergeist. Okay, that's gonna be
Ooh,
a fun one to watch.
that'll be very fun.
It's actually a very important match as well because Camo needs to win the match. Otherwise, I think he is out of the tournament. So
Okay, so it's a soft staff fighting for his life this time.
basically, yep. I mean, it's gonna be fun, I reckon. But it's gonna be a hard fight for those two teams. Camo's accuracy is very, very solid, and Tedic abilities in general are just very, very high up there. We just have to see if the nerves gets into Camo again as he did against Trouble when he dropped the 4-3 loss. But no player is safe there. Just other than Adri, which is I believe has no mathematically chance to actually qualify anymore. But between Tite, Trouble, and Camo, there's still
Oh, Andre
100%
MC is getting
uncertain.
knocked out? Oh gosh.
No, Andre MC. Adri is
Oh,
another French
okay,
player,
okay,
but
okay. I was like, wait.
Andre MC is not participating this year, unfortunately. I think he just left the game a year ago or so.
Hmm,
But yeah, that would have been pretty brutal though. Trouble versus Andre on the same group would have been very, very funny though. I think that matchup happened like in every single soft so far. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this vlog. I feel we still have 25 more minutes for the next one, and it's gonna be a fun one. So I hope you all stick around for it. It's gonna be very, very
definitely.
close.